So here's the first play of the second quarter. We've got a man in motion. Cruz steps back in the pocket, looks, double pumps, got his man. He's up looking for running room across the 35 before he's taken down. That was number 54 for Jacksonville on the tackle. That was Zach Stout. Couldn't pick up the running back for the Railsplitters.
He's out to the
37-yard line.
That was Sean Cannon.
Sean Cannon, thank you, Scott.
It's like a little delayed screen up the middle.
Scott Kirby down on the sidelines for us tonight. He's taking the heat. It's 22-6. We start the second quarter. Railsplitters on the run with a 2nd and 6. For the near side, that's Keaton Letterly for the Railsplitters. Cruz up under center. He's got a man in motion. He hands off to the fullback. That could be Chris Dong. That was Chris Dong on the run.
He got upended there right at the line of scrimmage, Bob. It was kind of a delay in the backfield, and then he handed it off to Dong, but there was no place to run. They upended him at the line of scrimmage.
Chris Dong's a junior. Wears the number 40. He's 5'9", 145-pounder, so it's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Railsplitters. Cruz goes to the sideline to get the play, and he's back in the huddle now. Kunkel breaks it out of the huddle. To the far side, that's Will Cook. He's number 81 for the Railers. Cruz got the snap. He wants to throw. Looks, fires across the middle. He's got his man. Short pickup there.
Can't tell that Cannon. Looks like, yep.
Sean Cannon, number 2, 5'6", 120 junior's got it.
Only picked up a couple yards on the play, so it's going to set up a 4th down here.
4th down for the Railers.
Cannon just didn't get much depth on there, and of course Cruz has to get rid of it in a hurry, Bob, because of pressure. But he's done a pretty good job and had a little bit of time to throw here. So the passing game has worked a little bit for the Railers.
Andy McDonald, he's got his team ready. A well-disciplined team. They're going to go for it here, 4th and 4. Cruz with the man in motion. Turns to throw, and it's picked off by Jacksonville. Jacksonville players got it. That's Lonigan. Lonigan along the sideline for Jacksonville. He's deep into Lincoln territory at the 20, breaks the tackle, still on his feet, and he's knocked down, and he's across. Is he across? No, they blow it dead. Right at the pylon, right before the pylon. One of the Railers saved a touchdown, but that was Zach Lonigan on the interception for Jacksonville. Lonigan, he's a junior, 6'1", 170, and he picked that one off.
It was a nice pass play there. Lincoln had a receiver coming across, but Lonigan just stepped in front and made a nice interception, and then a great run going back on down the sideline there at Jacksonville's side. Just came up short of the goal line, but it looks like he's down, I can't tell, on the 1 or 2 yard line.
Yeah, it was very close. We're going to have to see who the quarterback is. It looks like it's going to be Lonigan.
Yeah, he's still in.
Zach Lonigan, the guy that intercepted it, now going to quarterback it. Where's the number 5 going to keep? And it looks like he's in. He is for the touchdown. Zach Lonigan with the big interception, and then the touchdown to make the score 28-6 Jacksonville with 9:23 left here in the first half.
Well, when he got it down to the 1 yard line, there wasn't much of a chance to hold him out of the end zone. He just got behind that big line, and they just powered their way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, at center, they got Josh Seymour. He's a 285-pounder. The right guard is a 225. Left guard's 300. Right tackle, 225. And the left tackle is 280. This is DeWitt. Zach DeWitt will attempt the extra point, and Lonigan will hold. He gets a lot of work out there. Here's the long snap. Lonigan puts it down, and DeWitt, he drills it through. That'll make it 29-6, and we'll be back after this to receive the kickoff from the Jacksonville Crimsons. On that left side, that is Wes White for the Railsplitters. I believe that's Batalco here to the near side. Can you pick out who that is out there in the middle?
That looks like he didn't turn this way yet. I can't see it. Oh, that's
White on the far side. And I believe that's Metalco here on the near side. Can you pick up who that guy is deep for us, Scott?
We got 21. We got Metalco on the bench over here.
Oh, okay.
He's, the heat's getting to him. I got a towel on his head with some ice, so
Must be 81
I
Cook.
think it's
starting to take his toll on Metalco. Looks like Will Cook real deep, and number 3, is that Jackson?
3's Jackson, yes. Tim Jackson. We're now going to kick it away for Jacksonville. Line shot, and Lincoln's got it right at the goal line to the 10, 15, spun down just across the 15, and that is Tim Jackson. Number 3 for the Railsplitters. He's a junior, 5'10", 140-pounder.
He got it out to the 20, about the place where Lincoln started most of their drives here, Bob. And what the Railers and Coach McDonald would like to do at this point is just get a few first downs. He's inside the 20. They marked it on about the 18-yard line. Get some first downs and move the ball a little bit and take some time off the clock here. Keep their defense off the field would be a key.
Cruz talking it over in the huddle. Defensively for Jacksonville, they're in the white. Cruz takes a look at that Jacksonville D. Now he goes under center. 1st and 10. Hand off in the backfield, taken down. We'll check and see who that. Tiffany on the carry for Lincoln. Number 24, Sam Tiffany. He's a senior, 6-footer, 180-pounder.
He was taken down by Clayton Weirs, a 6'5", 225-pound lineman, Bob. They just, as we said earlier, they've just got a lot of size up front. It's hard to get around them.
Loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13. 29-6 Jacksonville leads it. You're listening to 96.3 FM. And you're listening to us on WLCNonline.com also. Raylor spread it out. 2 receivers on the right side. Cruz rolls that way, and he gets it away, and it's knocked down. He had a guy hanging on him when he tried to get it away.
Yeah, and it almost got picked off, Bob. Braxton Chris was standing right there. The ball was in his hands and just fell to the ground. And he had all white shirts right around him, so he would have gone in easily. So that was a break for the Railers, but Cruz probably shouldn't have even tried to throw that ball. He was under a lot of pressure.
Stop the clock at 8:24, second quarter. Cruz looking to the sideline. He's got a 3rd and 13 situation now.
Just a little update on Metalco. He's got his pads off now, and towels on his head, so trying to get him hydrated.
Yeah, that's not good. They might as well just keep him out. Cruz goes along, it's no good, incomplete.
I think Cannon was breaking to the middle, Bob. It looked like if he'd have led him a little bit, he might have had a chance to make a catch on a long run, but the ball was a little high and just slightly behind him. Went incomplete, so it sets up a 4th and long for the Railers.
8:20 left in the second quarter. Jackson leads at 29-6. Looks like Lincoln's going to punt it away this time. Grant Cooper on the long snap. It'll be Ethan Kunkel.
Grant Cooper back to punt it away for the Railers.
So Kunkel snaps online. Now the officials blow it dead.
I think Lincoln's going to call a timeout here. I don't know if they had a question about their personnel out there for the punt team or what, but there's another man going out, so they might have been short a player. Took a timeout just to be safe.
Okay, Lincoln takes a timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout.
Keep cool this summer with savings from your Carrier dealer, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, 1716 Tremont Street in Lincoln. A Carrier energy-saving heat pump will keep you cool all summer long. Plus, it'll keep things nice and toasty during the cold winter months. Why pay higher energy bills? Call Marion Goff today at Lincoln Heating and Cooling. Emergency service 24 hours a day. Phone 735-5835. Your home to Carrier. Turn to the experts.
8:20 remaining in the first half. Jacksonville leads Lincoln 29-6. You're listening to 96.3 FM on your radio dial as the timeout went to the Railsplitters. They might have been a player short, Coach. And Grant Cooper getting ready to punt it away. He'll get the long snap from Ethan Kunkel. Kunkel, the center and the long snapper. Cooper's got it. And he kicks it into the Lincoln bench, but goes out of bounds at about the 43-yard line of, pardon me, that's the 38-yard line of Lincoln.
Yeah, it was, I'm not sure if that punt was partially blocked or what, Bob, or if he just got it away before they touched it, but he had a lot of pressure from the Crimson line and just got it away out to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, he got the punt away clean. It just maybe took a step or more too long to get rid of it. And it almost was blocked.
So the Crimson's taken over at the Lincoln 38-yard line. And looks like Schnittiker's back in there at quarterback. Bryce Schnittiker, senior. And in the backfield there, he's got Heron with him, I believe. Justin Heron. Schnittiker on the sideline, incomplete, right into the hands.
Oh, Lincoln's got it. If they call that it was close to a lateral, but officials said no, it was a forward pass. Otherwise, Lincoln would have had possession, so it just goes as an incomplete pass.
That was Connor Stremlau. Bounced it right off his numbers.
So he's a wide receiver. He goes across the line of scrimmage and then steps back to make the catch, Bob, and he was just in front of the quarterback. That's why it was an incomplete pass. But yeah, he just let that get away from him.
2nd and 10 for Jacksonville. Now the officials.
Now they throw a flag in the Lincoln backfield.
You got too many guys on the field?
Yeah, one comes off, so it's against the Railers. Yeah.
Had a dozen on the field. So that's a 5-yard penalty. Bring it down to the Lincoln 33-yard line. 2nd and 5 for Jacksonville. 8:09 left first half. Bryce Schnittiker out of the shotgun. And he's got a completion. And I think that's the big guy. Yeah, that's the tight end, Hance. Blake Hance, 270, 166. That's the guy you saw coming in, Coach.
Yeah, and that nice open field tackle by Keaton Letterly, Lincoln safety, made an open field tackle, tripped him up there, and but yeah, that's a big man to take down. First down for the Crimson.
Schnittiker out of the shotgun. Got plenty of time. Rifles it up ahead and incomplete. Intended receiver was Wood. Threw a bullet right to him, and he couldn't hang on to it.
Well, first game, yeah, and they told us at the start of the game, Bob, that they would use both quarterbacks, and they've alternated them just like you said they would. And first game, sometimes you don't catch all those passes, and that's something they're going to work on. Of course, they've been working on it all summer anyway, and a little practice and whatever else they've been doing.
Maybe a little loss of concentration there. Schnittiker, 2nd and 10. He's got it. He's looking, got a man. They had Hance wide open, and he got him. Took 4 Railers to take him down. Guys like Paul Bunyan, there's a penalty on the field.
Hance was just begging for the ball there, and he finally delivered it to him. And as you said, he takes up a lot of space. Lincoln took him down after that, but they're going to have a hold penalty holding against the Crimson, so that'll negate that play and bring the ball back.
Yeah, he was open for a long time, Coach.
Yeah, he was begging for it, wasn't he? He wanted the ball.
Then it took 4 guys to knock him down. 7:39 left on the first half clock. Jacksonville leads at 29-6.
There'll be a 10-yard walk-off against Jacksonville. Repeat that down, so it's 2nd down from the
27, 28.
Yeah, it's hard to see, 27.
And the clock's on the move. Schnittiker out of the shotgun. He's got Heron back there with him. He's got some time. He's going to run with it now. Tried to trip him up. He spins away, still on his feet, down to the 20-yard line before he's taken down.
A nice 8-yard pickup for him. He had to make a lot of moves. Lincoln had some chances, and he kept spinning to make some people miss him, but finally came down on the 20 and sets up a 3rd and long.
Clock on the move. 7 minutes left first half. Jacksonville leads at 29-6. Connor Stemlau, the wide receiver here to the near side. Hans is in the slot out there. Schnittker out of the shotgun, looking for Hans again. Now they're going to throw it wide, and Hans has got it. Hans on his feet, got the first down and a touchdown. Blake Hans. And that'll make the score Jacksonville 35 and Lincoln 6 with 6:36 remaining in the first half.
Well, Lincoln was a nice play there. Threw a short to the short man. There was man deep too. Lincoln had a corner come up and just dove at him and just totally missed the tackle, and that gave him a clear run to the end zone.
So DeWitt will attempt the extra point again for Jacksonville. Zach DeWitt. Lonergan on the hold. 6:36 left in the second quarter. Falls down, kick up by DeWitt. Line shot through the uprights, and that'll make it 36-6, and we'll be back after
It's pretty
this.
hard to come back from that in a couple-hour time frame, so we may or may not see him at all the rest of the game.
Lincoln Brailer picks it up. He's to the 10, 15, 20. Still on his feet. Got a break. That's Wes White. Wes White to the 40. Wes White down across the 45-yard line. Nice effort there by Wes White for the Railsplitters. Number 21, one of the captains for the Railsplitters. 6-footer, 165, and he wouldn't say die. He just kept going.
He came down the Lincoln sideline, Bob, and made a few little juke steps there and make some tacklers miss him, and then broke to the open field to the middle and only had maybe one, maybe two guys to beat to get free for a long one, but a great return, great field position for the Railers.
Down to their own 47-yard line. 6:23 remaining in the first half. Cruz wearing the number 15 for the Railers at quarterback. He's second year at quarterback. Keaton Letterly, number 21, one of the wide receivers out there. He comes to the near side. Cruz waits for the snap. He's got a man in motion. Hands off, and he's taken down in the backfield. About 4 or 5 Jacksonville Crimsons there.
Yeah, it was Tim Jackson. He just had no place to run and tried to give a little ground, but all it did was lose more ground. He had no place to go. Couldn't turn up. No hole to go into, so he just took the 2-yard loss.
So it'll be second down for the Railsplitters.
He had about a 4-yard loss.
Second and 15.
5:54 left in the second quarter. Kunkel up on that front line for the Railers with the Neitzel's and Nato and Sutton. Railers got a man on the slot this time. Cruz going to roll out. He's left now. He's going to throw it back against the grain and incomplete.
He tried to set up a little screen pass there, Bob, to the left. He kind of rolled right and threw back to the left and couldn't complete the ball. Didn't catch the ball. He had a couple blockers out in front of him, too, so he might have picked up some yardage, but ball fell incomplete and sets up 3rd and long.
3rd and long for the Railsplitters. 5:29 left in the first half. Jacksonville leads at 36-6.
Big crowd of Jacksonville people on the other side, Bob. A lot of people came to watch this game, this opener of the season.
Yeah, always well represented. They always plan on going to the playoffs. Man in motion for the Railers. Cruz back to throw. Incomplete, just a little over the hands of the intended receiver, Tim Jackson. So now it'll be 4th down.
I've missed 2 or 3 passes today, just barely over the receiver's hands, and that's just a timing thing, and hopefully that'll improve here as the year goes along. But he came close.
Yep.
Lincoln's got a 4th and long now, and I think they're probably going to punt. They're on the 43-yard line, but I'm fairly confident they're setting up as a punt here, Bob, on 4th and long.
Kunkel will snap it long to Grant Cooper. Good snap. Cooper's kicks blocked, and it's going to take a Jacksonville bounce, and now it's picked up, and they're going to go in for the touchdown. That's number 25, and that is Justin Renown. That's the guy that usually kicks for him, Justin Renown. And so that's going to make the score Jacksonville 42, Lincoln 6. As nobody was on the coverage there of the ball for Lincoln, and we're now cherry pick and picked it up and took it in for the touchdown.
Well, Lincoln just fell asleep on that play, Bob. The punt got blocked. They just poured through the line there, some white shirts, and they blocked the punt, and it went sideways and hit the ground there. And they were alert. Jacksonville was alert. They picked it up. It was a live ball. They picked it up and went down the sideline untouched for the touchdown.
So DeWitt will attempt the extra point again. Lonergan on the hold for Jacksonville. 5:13 left here in the first half. Crimsons looking for their 43rd point of the night. Ball's down. Kick is up, and it's through the uprights. Jacksonville 43, Lincoln 6. We'll be back. DeWitt's going to kick it off. Zach DeWitt for the Crimsons. And he boots it away. A low liner. And Lincoln's going to pick it up back at the 5 to the 10, up to the 15 to the 20. Spun, 25, stays on his feet down to about the 28-yard line. We'll try and pick up who that running back was.
I think that was Tim Jackson on the return.
Timmy Jackson, number 3 on the return for Lincoln. Gets it back out to the 28-yard line.
I think what Coach McGowan would like to do right now, Bob, is have about a 5-minute drive and hopefully score off it, but keep the ball away from Jacksonville and hopefully not have to punt. Lincoln's not had much success on the punting game tonight.
Coach, I don't know if you've seen them advertised on TV. I'm going to have to pick up a pair. They're kind of like old man binocular glasses. They'd be perfect for this profession.
Well, for an old man.
Yeah.
We don't know any of those.
I signed up for Medicare this year.
Okay, you could get those glasses.
Even though I don't look the part.
That's for you, Bob. Get a pair of those.
All right, Lincoln out of the shotgun this time. Direct snap back to the running back, and he gets it up to the 30-yard line. Is that Jackson again? Or was that Cruz? That was Cruz out of the shotgun, and he ran it to the 30.
2-yard pickup on that, and a little different wrinkle from the Railers. Haven't seen that yet this evening. And low direct snap picked up about almost 2 yards.
4:39 clock on the move here, first half. Jacksonville leading the Railsplitters 43-6. Kunkel up over the ball. Will Cook here to the near side. Cruz waits. Now he sets. Going to throw it out in the flat. Got his man. Nice little juke move there. Stays on his feet. Still on his feet across the 35. And finally knocked out of bounds. Nice play there. Now a flag on the play. Out of bounds. That was number 21, Wes White for the Railsplitters.
They're going to get Jacksonville with a late hit out of bounds. Should be a personal foul, 15 yards.
All right, thank you, Scott. Scott Kirby down along the sidelines. A late hit right in front of the Lincoln bench. Go ahead, Coach.
He picked up 10 and a first down on that, and then they're going to get an extra 15 out of it. And I didn't see the late hit. Did you see it, Scott? Was it a legit?
Down to the 45 they go. Into Jacksonville territory.
Well, Lincoln will take yards any way they can get them, so they cross the midfield into Jacksonville territory and keep this drive alive.
Cruz brings them up to the line of scrimmage. Jacksonville 45-yard line. Man in motion. He's got it. Tries to make the turn. Stays on his feet and dives up ahead. That is Cannon. Cannon caught himself on his hand on the turf and still was able to progress along the way, and he's got a 2-yard pickup to the 43.
Yeah, it was a great effort there. Didn't get a lot out of it, 2 yards, but great effort by Cannon to get what he could out of it. The clock's running now, down with 3:41, Bob, in the second quarter here. Lincoln's in Crimson territory trying to drive to the goal line.
It's Will Cook out there to the far side for the Railsplitters. Cruz, 2nd and 8. Man in motion is Wes White. Cruz rolling to his left. Throws it up ahead. He's got his man on a first down. I think that's... Well,
Jackson.
Can you tell who that is, Kirby?
I think that's...
It was Sean Cannon.
Sean Cannon. All right, thank you. First down for the Railers, down across the 35-yard line. To the 34 he goes, Sean Cannon.
Cannon, he's been very active this first half. And probably going to have to be more active second half, because it sounds like Metalco is probably done for the evening.
You're right, Scott. You start getting dehydrated, there's no use pushing it once you get over that certain point, especially a young man. 1st and 10, Railsplitters. Cruz out of the shotgun this time. And now it's official blew it dead.
Offsides on Jacksonville, so they're going to pick up another 5.
So it's going to be 2nd and 5, or 1st and 5 for the Railers. Pardon me, 1st and 5 at the Jacksonville 29.
Just a good little drive by the Railers. They start on their own 28-yard line, Bob, and they're down to the 29 of Jacksonville with about just 3 minutes to go here in the half. They'd like to capitalize and get some points on the board out of this drive.
Cruz still looking to the sideline for that play. Now he goes to the forearm. And here come the Railers. Far side of the field, far side hash mark away from us. Man in motion, Cruz hands off, and they cut it upfield close to a first down. I think that's Sean Cannon again.
This offense that the Railers run, one of the keys, he picked up 3 on that on that carry, Bob, but you got to have some good instinct when to cut up, and he did a great job there cutting up, picked up 3 yards on that play, and if you're a little too early or a little too late, there's no place to run and you get stopped, but you pick the hole and you pick up some yards. He got 3 on that.
So that's 2nd and 3 at the Jacksonville 26-yard line. Cruz brings the Railers up out of that wing formation. He's going to roll out now to his right. He's got a little bit of time, and he's incomplete. Good coverage there by Jacksonville.
Yeah, number 42 just got a hand on it to knock it away. That was Juan Jackson. Then Lincoln had a guy open, but Jackson closed in a hurry and got a hand there to knock the ball loose.
You're right. Cruz had it right on the money, but nice play there by the defender.
That stops the clock with just under 2 minutes, Bob, with 1:55 to go. Lincoln has a 3rd and short. Obviously, 2 down territory. If they don't get it on this play, they've got another one.
Wes White was the intended receiver on that last play. 3rd and 3 at the 26, as Coach told you. Cruz, Cannon in motion. And they hand it off on the delay. I don't know if that's Dong or not. And they finally take him down in the backfield.
It might have been Jackson. I'm not sure. But he got thrown to the ground.
One of the big guys. He got thrown down hard.
Lincoln coaches would like to see a flag on that, but nothing's going down. And where the ball carrier is, he's still laying on his back there on the ground.
Trainer's out there with him. Or one of the coaches. Now the trainer's coming out.
Yeah, guys, if you saw the same thing I did, to me, that was a late hit. It should have been a personal foul, but no call.
Yeah, it's pretty flagrant.
They just threw him down to the ground. That was the, what do they call that? Excessive.
Yeah,
whatever that is. That's what it looked like from up here. But do you know who that is? I can't. Is that?
That's Jackson. And yeah, you're right, Coach. And if you do that in the NFL, that's a 15-yard penalty. But obviously, there's different rules for high school and NFL. But yeah, that's a little excessive.
Yeah, maybe they just didn't think it was. Maybe, I don't know if that's the penalty in high school, but maybe they just didn't think it was.
Yeah.
From your viewpoint and ours, it sure looked excessive.
He's a tough kid. He's walking off. It just knocked the wind out of him. He was thrown down so hard.
He's played a good first half here for the Railers. He's been doing a lot of things both sides of the ball.
He's a tough kid. He's mad at himself because he didn't get up quick enough. Minute 32 left in the first half, and there's a timeout on the field, so we'll take a timeout and we'll be back. All right, here go the Railers, 4th and 3. Cruz out of that timeout. He's got a man in motion. He's going to throw. Looks up the middle. Almost picked off by Clark for Jacksonville, and that's going to end the drive for the Railsplitters. Jacksonville will take over 1st and 10.
A pretty good coverage by Jacksonville. They had the receiver pretty well covered, and Cruz tried to stick that in there anyway, thread the needle, and just wasn't able to, and they tipped it loose. And 4th down, so the ball does go over to Jacksonville with 1:20 left here in the half.
Clark's a big guy. He was just lying in wait for that one. Lucky he didn't pick it off. Ball at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for Jacksonville. Let's see who's at quarterback this time.
I think they got the third.
They got the third quarterback in there?
I don't know. Is that?
Yeah, that's a different quarter.
No,
that's number 12. Oh, that's
Still number 12.
All right. Here's the long. Oh, incomplete. Man, that was the Sunday paper right there.
Yeah.
Connor Stremlau.
He was in the end zone before
Yeah.
he caught the ball. That was his problem. He
Yeah. Well, I know how he feels. I haven't done that in a football game. I've done it in a slow pitch or a fast pitch softball game, and
Unfortunately,
it's a
for
lonely place to be.
Unfortunately for the Railers, he was way behind the defender and wide open down the middle of the field. Schneider threw him a nice pass. He just couldn't catch it.
Well, you got to have a short memory on something like that. Schneider out of the shotgun again. Whoa! Is that picked off by Lincoln? Yes.
Yes. Let's see, who is that?
Interception, Railsplitters. Another guy hit.
Cannon again.
He got hit. He was hit hard, too. He was laying on the ground, and he got busted by a big guy. Let's hope he's all right. Nice pick, and he was just laying on the ground with the ball, and one of the big guys for Jacksonville just crowned him.
Yeah,
Hopefully, maybe it's just a cramp.
let's see if we can see it. They're looking at his legs. I think that's what they're treating there. So,
Got the old swimmer's cramp.
but again, once you get them, it's pretty hard to be very effective the rest of the night. So let's hope it's not severe and we can keep him in the game here when we come out for the second half. There's a minute 11 left here in the second period.
Well, he's had a great night, and that interception just topped it off there. He's coming back
He's
up.
going to limp off a little bit.
Yeah, it might just be a calf.
Yeah, I see.
I think I might wear this red shirt to work even.
You think so?
Yeah.
Do a little
I think Mr.
advertising?
Schonauer would say. Even though I work
Probably
for water
turn the radio
company.
on and listen for a
Yeah.
while when he sees that. Good advertising.
Minute 11 remaining in the first half. They're bringing Sean Cannon off the field right now. Slow but sure. He's going to be all right. He's had a great first half.
The thing is, you get off the sideline and go in at half and it starts feeling better, and then you go out and perform again and give it 100%, and then all of a sudden there it is again. And it's hard to shake them once you get them at that same night.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Railers off that interception. Cruz brings him up to the line of scrimmage. He goes with 3 guys split to the right side. Got a man in motion. Cruz taken down from behind on the blitz. Taken down from behind. That was number 71, Josh Smith, 6'1", 275-pound tackle.
It looked like Cruz wanted to roll to his right, Bob, but as soon as he got the snap, there was somebody on his back, a big guy on his back, so he didn't have much of a chance.
He was just smothered there. 275-pounder Josh Smith. 2nd and 10 for the Railsplitters.
Somebody's called timeout. Is that Lincoln, I assume?
Yeah, Jacksonville calls a timeout.
Jacksonville calls a timeout.
Yeah. Why, I don't know.
Jacksonville with the time, so Paula will take a 30-second timeout. Here comes Lincoln, 4th and a dozen for the Railsplitters at the Lincoln 42-yard line. Lincoln's going to go for it as they have over the years.
They're going to add the shotgun here.
Offside. Wes White off to the races. Well, we know the play now. And that'll just take it back to the 37. 4th and 17 for the Railsplitters. 43 seconds left on the clock.
We thought that first quarter was long, Bob. The second quarter is long, too.
Yep. Here come the Railers out of the huddle. Out of the shotgun again, Austin Cruz. Cruz got the snap, and now another penalty on the play. They blow it dead. Looks like it's going to go against the Railsplitters.
Illegal motion, or illegal procedure.
Another 5 yards, and now it's back to the 32-yard line. 4th and 17. 4th and 22. It's a long ways.
Well, they haven't shown punt formation on this 4th and long, but I think part of that has to do with the trouble they've had trying to punt the ball. They've had one blocked, another one almost blocked. They had one go through the punter's hands. So coach is probably saying, well, we're not going to punt. We're going to try to run a play. Now Lincoln takes a timeout.
Timeout, Lincoln. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back, Paula. Kunkel snaps at Cooper. This time he booms it away. Good spiral. Hits the 40, bounces to the 30, picked up by Clark at the 25. Stutter step Clark. He's going backwards. Now he's going forwards to the 30. Clark to the 35-40. 45 midfield, 45-40. 35, looks for more running room. Block, he goes down, gets back up.
Down.
Yeah, he went down on that knee, and that's the only thing that stopped him. He tried to come across field and blew a tire, and he's down there.
I don't know if he just, no way hit him, Bob. I just think maybe he tried to cut, and he lost his balance. His knee went down, he got back up, but that killed the play there. But 21 seconds, and they are on Lincoln's. See where they spot it. Looks like it's on about the 18, maybe.
18-yard line. 1st and 10 for Jacksonville. And I think Schnittiker's still in there.
Yep.
Clark, the running back. Schnittiker rolling to his right. Fires it across the field. And he's got a touchdown. The big guy, Hantz, for the touchdown. Blake Hantz on the touchdown. 6'6", 270, a senior going to Northwestern. And that's going to make the score Jacksonville 49, Lincoln 6. So we'll be in the running clock now when we come back in the second half.
Well, they really needed that touchdown there before halftime, Bob. So they got it. They took their timeouts and kept throwing the ball.
Renown's going to kick the extra point this time. Lonergan on the hold. Oh, bad snap. Lonergan's going to run it in for 2.
Hit him.
No, knocked him out of bounds. So that'll make the score remain 49-6 in favor of Jacksonville. We'll be back after this. DeWitt, and it is going to go. West Weiss is going to let it go into the end zone.
Just barely got there.
Yeah. I was afraid it hit his leg.
Well, yeah. Maybe he'd pick it up and try to run something back, but he just decided to let it go in the end zone, and it just got across the goal line.
Hey, guys, a little bit of an injury update for you. Ethan Kunkel, starting center, looks like he may have a broken bone in his thumb. Not sure yet. That's just speculation. Matako probably no good for second half. And somebody that's not dressed tonight, that's Adam Comedy, a junior, one of the wide receivers. He's out with a dislocated shoulder.
Scott, you know who's doing the snaps now for Lincoln?
Bob, I do not.
Okay.
Let's see, number 64.
Okay. He'll snap it off to Austin Cruz, and he's just going to kneel down and then let the clock run out. 64, that's Will Crane. Thank you, Scott. That's going to end the first half with the score. Jacksonville 49, Lincoln 6. We'll be back after the halftime talk with the game.